Yeah, you gotta see that.
Yeah.
Content, please. Honestly, that's a good American cruise, honestly. Right, now, can you hear me? Yeah, sorry, no, we don't need this anymore. Right, you'll see there are seats there with various pieces of costume on. You are number 1, make your way to that seat on the end there. Number 2 there, and you are number 3, yes? Number 5, you're at the back over there. You're all in different order. What are you, number 6? Join him there next to him. Number 3, you're next to the guy with Yoda ears. And you're number 4, you're on the end of the back there. And you, madam, there. And you, sir, there, splendid. We have our cast. Now you'll see various items of clothing, wigs, props, and a script. Put the items of clothing and props on, and then familiarise yourself with your script. I, as your director, now shall give you some motivation and direction. Okay, so cast number 1, join me at the microphone, please. Now the rest of you pay attention, okay? If you need to lower the microphone, you squeeze thus and lower. I prefer it there. Okay? And speak nice and closely to the microphone so we can all hear you. Good. I shall give you a line to say. Let me tell you who you're playing first. You will play Warwick's grandmother. Okay, very important woman in Warwick's career. I'd like you to say, "Oh, Warwick, you're my favourite grandson. Here's 10 pence for some sweeties."
Oh, Warwick, you're my favourite grandson. Here's 10 pence for some sweeties.
Very good indeed. Pass number 1, Warwick's grandmother. Good. That's it, all right. Don't milk it. Off you go, love. Number 2, please. Join me at the microphone. Adjust to suit. And sit, squeeze, and lift. Good. And you, sir, are going to be playing the genius behind Star Wars, Mr. George Lucas. Ah, yes. Okay, I'd like you to say, faster and more intense.
Faster and more intense.
That's very good indeed, very good. You know who George Lucas is, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay. Off you go and sit down. George Lucas, ladies and gentlemen. Right, cast number 3, join me. You shall be playing another important person in my life, Warwick's life. All right. You will be playing Warwick's mother, okay? So I'd like you to say, "Oh, Warwick, I do hope you've got clean underwear on." Nice and close.
Oh, Warwick, I do hope you have clean underwear on.
That's very good indeed. Warwick's mother. Splendid. Right, cast number 4, join me at the microphone. Very good indeed, in your own time. Right, you will be playing a lady who is very important in Warwick's career. Her name is Patricia Carr, and she worked at Elstree Studios in the Return of the Jedi production office. Now I'd like to answer the phone and say, "Hello, this is the Return of the Jedi production office. How can I help you?"
Hello, this is the Return of the Jedi production office. How can I help you?
That's very good indeed. And if you like, you can take one step closer to the microphone instead of bending at the waist. No, that is a microphone there. Are you from England?
Yes.
Yes, I'm embarrassed. Okay. Over you go and sit down. They can pass number 4, Patricia Carr. Number 5, join me at the microphone now. You should be playing the very talented director and actor, Mr. Ron Howard. Do you know who he is?
Oh, yeah.
Splendid. I'd like you to say, "Action, cut, terrific."
Action, cut.
It was terrific, sir.
Terrific.
Oh, good. Picked a good one here, didn't I? Okay. Action, cut, terrific.
Action, cut, terrific.
Good. All your lines are on the script for the rest of the show, though. Okay. Sit yourself down, Mr. Ron Howard. And could I have cast number? Who have we got next? Yes. The number. You are going to be. I don't know what number you are. It's confusing. Number 6, of course. Now, the ears are taking away from the sexiness a little, I feel, unless you have a particular attraction for Yoda. But you are Mr. Val Kilmer. What are you doing?
picture of me.
Oh, sign language. You take a picture of it, for goodness sake. Oh, my word. Here we are. How was it? You got it? Yeah, got enough. Good. Right.
You gotta take a chance.
You certainly got Mr. Kilmer's attitude, anyway. But I'd like you to say, in a very sexy way, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Yes. How about that, ladies? Mr. Kilmer. Sit yourself. All right, come on, stop milking it, you. Go on, sit down. Right, fine, then. Join me, cast number 8. Up here. And you may need to lower that microphone a little. Yes, indeed. And you should be playing the very clever Hogwarts student, Miss Hermione Granger. Okay. I'd like you to say, oh, Professor, have I passed my owls?
Oh, Professor, have I passed my owl?
Very good indeed, Miss Hermione Granger. And finally on the end there, do step up to the microphone. Cast number 9. You shall be playing, come and stand next to me over here, Mr. Ron Weasley. Okay. I would like you to say, oh, bloody hell, I've lost Scabbers.
Oh, bloody hell, I've lost Scabbers.
Good work! Terrific. Off you go, sit down. So there we have it, our cast is ready to go. I will be in the wings during the show, calling out directions, so listen out for me. Warwick's also on stage to help you. So good luck and break a leg, as they say in showbiz. Right, stand by, technical team, please. Kill the underscore sound. And set lighting state for the beginning of the show, even. And could I have the show slide on screen, please? No, not that one. What's that? No, the show slide. You know, the type. What are you doing? Where are you getting these from? Like, the next. No. Unbelievable. Could we just have the show slide, please? Yes, thank you very much. Okay, we're all set. Oh, just one final thing before we begin. Warwick is very demanding, and he does demand a brilliant reaction when he comes onto stage. So lots of clapping, cheering, screaming, and whoop-de-dooing, and do stand on your feet if you so wish. But call me old-fashioned, I do draw the line at the throwing of undergarments and small children. Okay? So none of that, please. Right, stand by, technical team. Roll Warwick's intro VT!
He defeated the Empire as Wicked the Ewok. He destroyed the evil Queen Malfoy. He danced with David Malfoy. He taught Harry Potter to be a and then he shut him in a vault as Grimlock. He depressed a galaxy as Marvel. He did some Elvis as the Leprechaun. Very much. He wore a big beard as Knickerbrick. He danced a jig for Johnny Depp. He traveled abroad. He's 3 feet 6 inches tall, wears UK size 4 shoes, and has blue-green eyes. He has 3 employees, has his own app, and has already written his autobiography. He could have been in Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and Iron Man. But he wasn't. Instead, he's here now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host and his disproportionately large ego, Mr. Warwick Davis!
Don't stop. Thank you so much for that spontaneous reaction there. Thank you very much indeed. It's an absolute pleasure to be here at Star Wars Weekends once again, and a real pleasure to debut my show here for all of you guys, An Ewok's Tale by me, Warwick Davis. It really is a pleasure. Are you having a good time at Star Wars Weekends? Fantastic. Well, sadly, this is my last day here, and the last time I will perform this show, so I do hope you enjoy it. I have my supporting cast here. Alan tells me they're the best in town, so very much looking forward to working with you guys. No pressure. Right, do you want to hear my story? Yeah! Fantastic, that's the right answer, by the way. Good. So if you're sitting comfortably, then I shall begin. A long time ago, in a galaxy, a country far, far away, England, there lived a little boy called Warwick. Oh yeah, that's what my mum said. Not only was this little boy, me, extremely cute and clever, but I was also unique in the fact that I was a dwarf. Oh yeah. Alright, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Alright, stop the video, stop. Alan! Alan, what's going on? Oh, no, down a bit, that's ridiculous. No, lower. Not down there. Oh, it's the same height as me. What are you playing at?
Oh, sorry. I was simply trying to liven the show up a little. I mean, let's face it, your early life story is a little, well, how shall we put it, boring.
My life story is perfectly interesting, thank you, without your directorial enhancements. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Attitude. Someone's been hanging out with Val Kilmer too much.
Right, where were we? Sorry about that. Ah, yes. I had a happy childhood growing up, not literally, and was always keen to get involved with everything. Everything except sport. My teachers encouraged me to at least try all sports at school. I quoted Yoda. Alright, thank you, Alan. I quoted Yoda. Do or do not, there is no try, saying I prefer to do not, but they wouldn't have it. So reluctantly I did. But as you'll see, I often failed. Now this is actual footage my mum recently found in her attic. Now like any athlete, I started with a warm-up, but that was always the best bit. When it came to the actual sports, I was about as athletic as Jabba the Hutt. When attempting the high jump, I couldn't even jump high enough to get onto the crash mat. Now, the long jump. My run-up to the long jump was textbook, if not a little long. My takeoff was perfect, but on landing, I never even made it as far as the sand. Next, cricket. I tried that most English of sports, but it was deemed too dangerous for me, as I stood no taller than the wickets. Yeah, you getting that? Yeah? Yeah, alright, what do you expect? It's free, isn't it? Dear, oh dear. Oh, I hated that dog. How about football? Well, unfortunately, the colour of my football kit meant I was always mistaken for the ball. Then one day I was finally a success. I was standing near the goal when the ball came out of nowhere, bounced off me, and straight past the keeper into the goal. I had scored! Oh, yes. The team celebrated me as man of the match. I never had the heart to tell them it was purely accidental. The end. Thank you. I am now 11 years old. Little did I know, but the next series of events was about to change my life. At that age, I was unsure of what path my life would take.
There comes a time in every man's life when he must go out into the world to seek his fame and fortune. What shall I do? Go into politics? Warwick Davis, Prime Minister, leader of the nation. Or shall I be a policeman? Then I could cancel my dad's parking tickets. Hey, what's this? Not what I had in mind, but I'll try it anyway. No, too much competition. But I might have beaten him pound for pound. Now what did I say? The grass is always greener on the other side of the street. That doesn't make sense. Ah, this looks more interesting.
You're right, Luke.
Just a minute.
Go, Mike, you can do it. That's for me. I want to be in a movie.
So I decided what I wanted to do, but to get my first acting role, I needed an agent.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Warwick, and I want a job.
What can you do?
I can play small parts.
Well, the only thing I've got at the moment is the latest Star Wars film, The Revenge of the Jedi. The studio sent some costumes over. You can have a look in that box, see if anything fits. Oh, what's that about here? You think you could handle the part?
Oh, no. I want to play a good guy.
I've got it. An Ewok. You could play an Ewok.
An Ewok? What's an Ewok?
I've no idea, but the money's good and I'll get 10%. Look, take that other box and get off to EMI Street. Come on, hop it.
Thank you very much.
So I was cast as an Ewok. I immediately put on the costume, which happened to fit perfectly, and headed to Elstree Studios in London for my very first day's filming.
Please could you tell me where Ewoks have to report?
What's an Ewok?
I don't know, but it cost me 10%.
I know the feeling. Mark, you know anything about Ewoks?
No. What? Oh, no. Ewoks. Are you sure you have the right movie?
Yes, definitely. Revenge of the Jedi.
Well, I don't know. The script's so full of surprises. I mean, it's been top secret. Maybe Carrie knows. Let's ask her. Carrie? Hi. Listen, do you know anything about when the Ewoks are supposed to report?
Ewoks?
Yeah, Ewoks.
Oh, I know. You should report to Jabba the Hutt's palace. It's full of unusual and wonderful things.
Yeah, that sounds right. Jabba's Palace. That's on stage 8. Go that way.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye. May the force be with you.
So I ignored their advice and promptly got lost, ending up somewhere that wasn't particularly Ewok friendly.
Boba Fett. He must have heard I was up for the part.
Sorry, hold it there. Sorry, that isn't really how it happened. What you've just seen is my interpretation of events in a film that I made when I was 11 called Return of the Ewok. But I thought it'd be fun to show you this afternoon. Did you enjoy it? Fantastic. This next event is the one that changed my life. My sliding doors moment, if you like.
Right, cast numbers 1, Warwick's grandmother, 2, George Lucas, and 3, Warwick's mum, Europe. And remember, give me passion.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, I'm going to stay here. You move up to the microphone, remember? Set it to your height. Squeeze and lift. No, not the whole thing. Don't squeeze the trigger. Oh, my word. I'm worried about this. Here, I'll come give you hands. That's it. Now swivel it up a bit. Nice and close. Yep, you all set then? Everyone ready? Okay, and grandmother, if you could just tune the radio, please. That's it. That's it, please. My grandmother was in her kitchen listening to the radio. She was dancing. And she was singing along.
Great good size, come on.
She wasn't a great singer. When suddenly the broadcast was interrupted with a special announcement.
Good afternoon. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a very special announcement.
Told you. To you, George.
Hi, this is George Lucas, the genius behind Star Wars. I'm making the third part of my trilogy, which is, in fact, episode 6. I know it's confusing, but I started at episode 4 because the first part of the story is boring and wouldn't make good films. Anyway, for Revenge of the Jedi, I need little people to play Ewoks. Cute, furry, bear-like creatures that will make great toys. If you're short or know someone who is, please call Elstree Studios right away. May the force be with you.
On hearing this, my grandmother immediately called my mum. Pick up the phone, love.
Hello, Sue. I was listening to a song on the radio when it was interrupted by an announcement about Star Wars.
Really? What song was playing?
Celebration by Kool and the Gang.
Oh, I don't know that song. How does it go?
Celebrate good times, come on.
Never heard of it. Anyway, what do you want?
Well, they're looking for short people to be in the new Star Wars film they're making, and I thought of Warwick.
Great. So, my mum immediately called the Star Wars office at Elstree Studios, but it was not good news.
Hello, I'm calling about the search for Ewok. My son is short and loves Star Wars. What do you mean? You have everyone you need? He's a massive fan of Star Wars. Would you accept a cash bribe?
Whether they understood a word my mum said, or indeed accepted the cash offer, is unknown. But nonetheless, I was invited to Elstree Studios, where I met with a production assistant, Patricia Carr.
Cast numbers 1, 2, and 3, sit down. Cast number 4, you're up.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, you join me over here. I'm going to play this scene with you. So this is... Do you want to stand near the microphone? I'll see if it's... I don't know who cast you. Okay, so now I'm 11 years old. That's all it takes. I looked exactly the same as this. Haven't aged a day. Okay, here we go then. Are you ready? Stand by. Action.
Hello, I'm Patricia. You must be Warwick.
Yes.
Do you want to play an Ewok?
What's an Ewok?
Ewoks are cute, furry, like little creatures that will make great toys. Go down to the costume department and get measured up.
Whoopee! Thank you, Patricia. I was initially cast as just one of 50 Ewoks, but how did I become the character of Wicket? Well, once again, fate lent a hand, this time in the shape of Kenny Baker, who usually resided inside R2-D2, but was also an Ewok. One day, he was mysteriously taken ill with food poisoning. And as a result of Kenny's illness, I was called in to replace him for a very important scene with Carrie Fisher, which is the first time we see an Ewok in Return of the Jedi. From this moment on, I was known as Wicket W. Warwick.
Cut it out!
The year is 1987, and I was invited once again to go to Elstree Studios in London, this time for a meeting with George Lucas and Ron Howard about a new film project. A project that George had originally mentioned while chatting to my mum way back in 1983.
Okay, this next moment is a flashback.
Yes.
Set lighting stage, standby music, cast numbers 2, George Lucas, and 3, Warwick's mum. You're up.
Okay, guys, so this is a flashback moment. This is something that happened way back in 1983, okay? I see you brought your phone again, love. Where are you? Very good, well done. You won't need it for this bit. Okay, so nice and close to the microphone. You're all set, and action.
Lovely weather, isn't it, Sue?
Sure.
Do you want to say something else? You might want to turn the page over. It's on the other side. It does say please turn over on the page. But you are American, aren't you? Yes. Oh, right, sorry. Oh, how quickly they turn. All right, off you go, love.
Yes, George, lovely.
You know, I've got an idea for a movie for Warwick when he's older.
Really sounds exciting.
It is. Have you ever read Lord of the Rings by Tolkien?
No.
Well, it's a good story, but it wouldn't make a very good film, so I've come up with my own version instead, and it's called Willow.
So, because we're doing a thing that happened a long time ago, I've just got something I want to do. So just say Willow again, nice and clear.
Willow, Willow, Willow.
Thank you, guys. So there I was at 17 years old, back at Elstree Studios, this time face to face with George Lucas and Ron Howard, as they told me all about Willow, Willow, Willow. There we are. Okay, we need that. Yes, Alan.
2 George Lucas and 5 Ron Howard. It's your turn.
Good. And I'm going to come play this scene with you guys, okay? So this is the first time that I met with them at the studios. All right, Ron?
Right.
Good. Okay. Stand by and action.
Warwick, this is Ron Howard.
Hi, have you seen Happy Days?
He dances to his own theme tune. Yes, I have. I love the Fonz. He's so cool. Hey, Exactamundo.
Well, I wasn't him. I was Richie Cunningham.
Oh, yeah, but the Fonz is the one everyone loves, isn't he? He's so cool. Sit on it.
Warwick, Ron is directing my next movie, Willow.
Oh.
We were thinking of casting you as the lead.
Hey.
I'm not so sure now, George.
Hey, Ron, you're the director. Warwick, you'll need to audition to win the part for yourself, even though I wrote it with you in mind.
Terrific.
So I had to go through a grueling series of auditions, finishing with one final audition in LA. I was to read in the part of Willow, while other actors came in to read for Mad Martigan, amongst them Mr. Val Kilmer. For this audition, we used a very early draft of the screenplay.
Okay, cast numbers 2, 5, and 6. It's your turn. Remember number 6 for Val Kilmer. So act cool and sexy.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Action.
Cheers, Alan. Okay, you all set? Nice and close to that microphone. Okay, here we go.
Hey, Hobbit, get me out of this cage.
No, and don't call me a hobbit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hobbit.
Wow.
Cut. Great.
There's real chemistry on screen between you guys.
I agree, George. They were both terrific, especially Warwick. I think we found Willow and Mad Martin.
Hey! So, I won the role, but my toughest challenge was yet to come. Making Willow was an epic adventure in itself. Have you all seen Willow? Good job, so this next bit will make sense. Willow was shot over the course of 8 months on 3 continents, taking me to opposite sides of the globe. Helicopters flew us to remote mountain locations in New Zealand to film the snow sequences. It was here in freezing temperatures that I did all my own stunts. The man in the blue jacket is actually skiing backwards whilst filming us. And the fear on my face here wasn't acting, it was real.
Sit up all the way down this time and not ruin the shot.
However, not everything that is filmed makes the final cut. In this scene, Willow is caught in a storm created by the evil Queen Balmorda. Now, we spent 2 weeks filming in the huge water tank on the back lot of Pinewood Studios in England. The special effects team threw all they could muster at me: wind, water, waves, and yet more water, testing my endurance to the limit. I even had to learn to scuba dive for a scene where Willow is dragged underwater. But even with all those amazing special effects and stunning locations, it's the people that really make a movie, the cast and the crew. And thanks to them, Willow has been one of the most rewarding and fulfilling experiences of my career. Thank you, Val.
I told you never to photograph me while I'm working.
Joanne. George.
There. Shoot there.
Ron.
I know what it means.
And everyone who made Willow the fantasy a reality. Now, even by the end of the movie, Willow had become particularly good at using his wand, a skill that I'd need to brush up on much later in my career. In the year 2000, I was asked to become a member of the faculty at that most famous school for witchcraft and wizardry, Hogwarts.
One of the wizard's most rudimentary skills is levitation, or the ability to make objects fly.
Now, do you all have your feathers? Yes, splendid. Now, I hope you've been practicing the nice wrist movement I taught you, the swish and flick. Everyone, swish and flick. And again, swish and flick. Good. And now for the charm. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, and enunciate. Wingardium Leviosa. Off you go then. Wingardium Leviosa. Good. And again, Wingardium Leviosa. Mr. Weasley?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, look, you only take someone higher. Besides, you're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
All right, it's your hand, Trevor. Go on.
Yes, it's all right, Miss Granger. You show us how it all should be done.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh my! Oh, look, see here, everyone! Miss Granger's done it! Oh, come on, class, give it a round of applause! Splendid! Right, come on, Mr. Weasley, you have another go and really give it some welling!
Wingardium Leviosa.
Mr. Weasley! Oh, dear, oh dear! Ladies and gentlemen, let's give my students a round of applause! Splendid! How about that? A bit of Disney magic there for Harry Potter. Terrific. And so there ends my short story. Not literally, but for today at least. The end is not yet written. That is something only destiny can decide. But let's just say for now, in true Disney style, it all ended happily ever after. The end.